Doc, welcome to the show.
Good to see you, Dr.
Yeah,
Frank.
absolutely. I'm excited because I've seen all over Facebook that you were in China for a while helping out, and I really want to hear all about that and talk more about Sherman College, where that's going, and what the future is for Sherman College as well. So before we end, guys, if you have any questions for Doc Cordero, please get them on the chat box. We'll ask any of them. And also, if you want to share this with some of your folks on the social platforms, www.ifcochiro.org/live. Doc, we are live. We already have guests out there from around the world. I don't know if any is in China or not. They might be. They might be listening. So you'll say hi to them. But let's start off with the China trip. What happened out there? What's going on?
Absolutely. Dr. Frank, first of all, I want to just thank you for inviting me to participate and be able to share a little bit of what's happening here at Sherman College. We're so excited. Before we explain, we have the IFCO-TV here. Mm-hmm. We have Schubel Vision. We have our Showcase Sherman with all our prospective students. I mean, the buzz here at Sherman is just off the chart, and we're so excited to have the opportunity to have so many people on campus. Talking about China, what's interesting is that we had an alum of ours call us sometime this year, and he said, we want you to come out to China. China is definitely interested in chiropractic. So being very careful, we wanted to ensure that we took all the necessary steps, and I took an entire team of my top executives to go out there because we wanted to make sure that if there was something that we needed to address, that we were able to do so. So we had Dr. Peter Kevorkian, our chairman of the Board of Trustees. We had Dr. Bob Irwin, our provost, vice president of academic affairs. We had Dr. Liu, who is our director of research and also the dean of basic sciences, and myself. And we were invited to go out there to visit several universities. And we went there and we were blown away. We were blown away at the opportunities that are for chiropractic. China has opened up their doors. They're looking for opportunities to allow chiropractic to come. Right. So we went there. We were there for about 11 days. And within the 11 days that we were there, we visited 3 universities. We talked about chiropractic, the possibility of working together, doing some type of collaboration with these universities, but at the same time being very cautious because we wanted to know what we were getting ourselves into. We were blown away. The doors were open. They were very excited for the opportunity to work with us. We left with smiles on our face, knowing that Sherman College of Chiropractic was able to start the initiative, the initiatives to be able to do chiropractic in China.
Was the goal to help China start chiropractic in their country? Or what was the main goal to go to China?
Well, I think there's several. Number one is they're interested in looking at chiropractic, but they don't know what it looks like.
Right.
And there's some other schools that maybe have gone there and tried to work something out. Our goal was, what is it that they need? We wanted to go out there. We wanted to start some conversations. We wanted to see where the need was and if we can then somehow fit that need.
Right.
And we were very surprised because they're interested in doing research. They're interested in maybe doing some collaboration with some student exchange, some faculty exchange, and eventually obviously having some chiropractic students coming to Sherman College. So we really, really were surprised at the opportunities that are there. And when we went there, we saw some amazing opportunities that we're going to come back and sit down and see how we can start to implement some of these things that is going to be a win-win situation, not only for chiropractic in Sherman College, but also for China.
What was something special that you saw out there? Might not have been really the chiropractic, or it was, but just something out there.
I think that their willingness, that a society that's been in existence for over 5,000 years using their traditional Chinese medicine, for them to be able to be so receptive to our message, and so accepting of what we were sharing with them. So I was very surprised. Normally when you have 5,000 years of any experience, you're the expert. They weren't at that position. They were willing to listen to what we had to share.
Yeah, I remember when I was a student here at school, there was a buzz, but not like it is right now. I came back here. This is the first time I came back from since Lyceum, and there's even a different buzz, like more than there was at Lyceum. We spoke in a number of classes, some of the younger students, some of the later on students, 12th, 13th quarter, and they're excited. They're ready to get out. They're ready to bring the Sherman message to the world, too. Can you share with folks, what's the Sherman message? What's going on with Sherman right now?
Absolutely. First of all, what we want to do at Sherman is that we realize that we're not the biggest chiropractic school in the world. but we want to be the one that has the most influence in the world. And therefore, we want to prepare our students to have all the necessary tools to be able to go out into the world and to bring principal chiropractic, the message of principal chiropractic, to the entire world. So I think that the buzz is happening because there's leadership now that's had experience in the field and that understands that we have to have a clear vision. We have to have a clear mission. We need to prepare every single student with the understanding that they have a sense of purpose, that when they leave Sherman College, they're going to do something specifically to contribute to changing humanity with the message of chiropractic. And I think that the more people are clear with their vision and their understanding of their purpose and passion of what they're going to do, when they go out there, they know exactly step by step that they're going to influence the world. And I think that Sherman right now is leading leading the profession in preparing the students and going out there and having all the necessary tools for them to become successful.
Right. Doc Cordero is definitely setting by example. I know Sherman's influence in Puerto Rico now, too. Can you share a little bit what's going on in Puerto Rico?
Absolutely. Right now in Puerto Rico, the past 2 years, we've signed 3 collaborative agreements with 3 of the universities there in Puerto Rico, whereas now the students that want to study chiropractic, it's basically a pre-chiropractic program that now they go to that institution. When they leave that institution, they're already ready to come to Sherman College and continue their education. We have over 10 or 11 Puerto Rican students that already started the program, and they're going back to Puerto Rico and sharing the excitement and the family atmosphere that we have here at Sherman College. So there's a huge momentum, there's a huge buzz. People are starting to follow. You're going to laugh, Dr. Frank, because you've been through this process and graduated from Sherman College. We have had so much interest that we have doctors calling from all over the world wanting to work for Sherman College. We have students that want to come to Sherman College. I mean, there's so much momentum and so much excitement, and we want to continue to be the leaders in allowing students to understand that if they want to learn chiropractic and they want to know the different ways of being able to make that adjustment, that scientific chiropractic specific adjustment, that chiropractic and Sherman College is going to teach them those steps, prepare them with all the necessary tools. We're going to do everything possible to ensure their best experience while they're here going through school, and then we're going to release them and let them go out there and do what they know how to do best.
Absolutely, and that's great. Now, for the future, what do you see the future of Sherman College? Where is that going to be leading towards?
Well, right now we have doubled in size. We know that by the end of this year, beginning of next year, we're almost going to be at capacity. Within the next 2-3 years, Sherman College is going to be at least at 800, if not 800 plus students. Right now we're at 310 students. So to get to 800 students is definitely going to be very viable. And then once we reach the capacity, we're going out into different countries. We're going out into the world, bringing the message of Sherman College. And we want to continue to create a satellite Sherman Colleges. So eventually one day we want to have a satellite school possibly in Puerto Rico. We're possibly going to have several satellite schools in China. We want to be able to bring Sherman College to the world. We want to follow our vision and our mission, and we want to be able to make it easy where we can go and prepare future doctors of chiropractic, and they can go out into the world and continue the message of Sherman College.
That's awesome. And I know 10 years ago, I couldn't even imagine doing all the stuff that I'm doing right now. My focus as a student was just head down in the office. What's my office going to look like? But when you start getting involved in the profession, just a little bit more outside of your office, things start exploding for yourself, not only in practice, but as a person itself. And I know you experienced that too. You had a very big, successful practice. It was in Miami, right?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
West Palm Beach, sorry. Miami is Global Summit.
Yeah.
And then you started reaching out, speaking in different places, and it's just brought you literally around the world. And that's what I was sharing with some of the younger folks in classes this morning. I was saying, you need to get your vision of what you want to do in your practice and how you want it to be. But what happens is it exceeds your expectations. You can only imagine your office right now. But that I was in that same shoes too. I have a successful practice right now. But the amazing thing is chiropractic brought me around the world, to the Philippines, to Scotland, to Dominican Republic, wherever we're going to go in the future. But it's all because of chiropractic.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Those are some of the things that I didn't realize when I was a student. what is going to
Well,
happen.
I think what happens, especially with a lot of young doctors that graduate from chiropractic colleges, is that they have the tools that are necessary. They go into the communities, they get involved, and they do a great job, and they build a great, successful office. But guess what? Chiropractic is it's not about you and I as the chiropractor. Chiropractic is for the people. It's for the benefit of humanity. And therefore, when you get to a certain level of comfort, you got to get out of that comfort zone.
Right.
And you got to start saying, okay, there's got to be something bigger and better. And the only way that you're going to be able to experience that is to get involved. You got to get involved with the IFCO. You got to get involved with DE. You got to get involved with your beginnings. You got to get involved with mentoring students. You got to get involved in giving back to the profession that has given us so much. And therefore, once you start to get involved, you start to realize that there's such a huge need out there. And so what happens is by you loving, giving, and serving out of your abundance to allow the profession to perpetuate and to continue, your practice becomes bigger. You become financially wealthy. You get all the things that you want in life that you thought that you were going to get about chiropractic while you're doing chiropractic, but yet you're serving mankind, you're
Right.
perpetuating the message of principal chiropractic around the world, and the humanity benefits because of the message and because of your involvement. And therefore, we need everybody involved.
I get so excited when I talk with you and many other professors here and the students alike, because the buzz is here. Now, if you guys at home want to get involved with a school, Sherman is a great school to get involved with, but just get involved with a school. That's really important. Give back to those students. And if it's not a philosophically congruent school, but you are a philosophically congruent chiropractor, you can go to that school and teach some of the students who want that, because they are at those schools as well.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I think that it's important to realize is that, you know what, I talk to a lot of chiropractors as I travel, and what they say is, oh, no, I already give money and I already support this school. And I'm like, well, there's more than one school.
Right.
You know, so if it's congruent with your philosophy and it's congruent with your belief system, you can support several schools. And some people can support financially, and some people can support with their time, and some people can support by mentoring in your office. So there's a lot of different avenues that allow you, the chiropractor that's out there, to be able to be involved. And it's
Right.
not just necessary from a financial perspective. Send students to the schools. Come in and share your story and your experiences and your wisdom in practice. You know, so there's a lot of ways that they can get involved, that the doctors can get involved. And I tell you what, we are so excited because we're so blessed to have doctors like yourself and Liam Schubel and Dr. Jim Dubell. And we have a whole bunch of doctors that are coming to give up their time, their talents, and their skills because they love this thing called chiropractic.
Absolutely.
And they want to be able to perpetuate this principle and this message so that the students can benefit and humanity can benefit.
Doc, if folks want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
Right. Simple. You can just email me at ecordero@sherman.edu. That's ecordero@sherman.edu.
Excellent, Doc. Thanks for spending some time with us on the program. I know you're very, very busy schedule, but I know you're speaking at Schubel Vision. Is that tomorrow? Or
That's
tonight?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Great. Well, have a great time. I'm going to be sitting there watching, listening to, so I can't wait.
Thank you, Dr. Frank.
Thank
Okay.
you. Bye. Okay, guys, that was El Presidente, Dr. Edwin Cordero. So